Welcome to Behind the Billions, where we analyze the forces shaping money, power, and extreme wealth. When we think of how billionaires invest, we usually picture stocks, bonds, and real estate. But the truly wealthy play a different game. They don't just put their money where everyone else does. They operate in a world of exclusive opportunities, seeking out assets that most of us have never even heard of. These investments are not about quick wins. They're about building generational wealth, creating legacies, and fundamentally reshaping industries. Today, we're pulling back the curtain to reveal the top 5 hidden investments of the ultra-rich. From high-risk ventures that promise astronomical returns to tangible assets that appreciate quietly over decades, this is the real playbook for building a billion-dollar portfolio. So stay with us as we uncover the secrets behind their staggering success. First on our list, and perhaps the most exciting, is private companies and startups. Billionaires aren't just waiting for the next big company to go public, they're getting in on the ground floor. They invest as angel investors or through venture capital funds, pouring millions into early-stage businesses with disruptive potential. Why? Because the returns can be astronomical. An early investment in a company like Uber or Airbnb could multiply 100 or even 1,000 times over. Of course, the risk is equally high. For every unicorn, there are countless startups that fail. But billionaires can afford to take these risks. They have the capital to build a diversified portfolio of private companies, knowing that one massive success can more than cover the losses from all the failures. They also bring more than just money to the table. Their experience, their network, and their reputation can be invaluable in helping these young companies navigate the treacherous path to success. It's not just an investment, it's an active role in shaping the future of technology and business. Next, we move from the digital frontier to the world of tangible beauty and history, art and collectibles. This isn't about buying a nice painting for the living room. For billionaires, art is a serious asset class. We're talking about masterpieces by Picasso, Warhol, or Basquiat that sell for tens or even hundreds of millions of dollars at exclusive auctions. Beyond paintings, this category includes rare wines, vintage cars, antique furniture, and luxury watches. These items have intrinsic value and a finite supply, making them an excellent hedge against inflation and market volatility. While the stock market can crash, a rare Ferrari or a lost Rembrandt often holds its value, and over the long term, it can appreciate significantly. This market is highly illiquid and opaque, requiring deep expertise and connections to access the best pieces. Billionaires work with top art advisors and auction houses to build their collections, viewing each acquisition as a long-term store of value that can be passed down through generations, often with significant tax advantages. Our third category is a world that can seem complex and mysterious to the average investor: alternative assets and hedge funds. When billionaires want to diversify beyond traditional stocks and bonds, they don't just buy gold. They turn to sophisticated investment vehicles managed by the sharpest minds on Wall Street. Hedge funds, for example, use a wide range of complex strategies, like short selling, leverage, and derivatives, to generate returns regardless of whether the overall market is going up or down. These funds are exclusive, often requiring a minimum investment of millions of dollars, and are only open to accredited investors. Beyond hedge funds, the ultra-wealthy also invest in private equity, which involves buying entire companies, improving them, and selling them for a profit years later. They also explore assets like private credit, litigation finance, and music royalties. The goal is simple: find sources of return that are not correlated with the public markets, protecting their wealth from economic downturns and delivering consistent growth over time. Moving on to our fourth hidden investment: infrastructure and energy. This might not sound as glamorous as startups or fine art, but it's a cornerstone of many billionaire portfolios. We're talking about the fundamental building blocks of our economy: toll roads, airports, seaports, power grids, and data centers. These are massive long-term projects that provide essential services, which means they generate stable, predictable cash flow year after year. Investing in a solar farm or a new fiber optic network offers reliable returns that are often backed by long-term government contracts. This makes them incredibly resilient to economic cycles. While other investments might be volatile, People will always need electricity, water, and internet access. Billionaires invest in these assets through specialized infrastructure funds or direct partnerships. It's a strategy that favors patience and a long-term vision, locking in steady income streams for decades to come, while helping to build and modernize the very society we live in. Finally, we arrive at what might be the most powerful, yet least tangible asset of all: education and networks. For the ultra-rich, investing in themselves and their connections is paramount. This goes far beyond a college degree. It means gaining access to exclusive circles of influence, like the World Economic Forum in Davos, secretive clubs, or elite charity boards. In these rooms, information is currency. A casual conversation over dinner could lead to the next billion-dollar deal. They invest heavily in their children's education, not just at top universities, but through specialized coaching and mentorship to prepare them to manage the family's wealth and influence. They understand that who you know is often more important than what you own. This network provides unparalleled access to deals, insights, and opportunities that are simply unavailable to the general public. It's a self-perpetuating cycle. Wealth opens doors to powerful networks, and those networks create even more wealth. So there you have it. From high-risk startups and timeless art to stable infrastructure and invaluable networks, the investment strategies of the ultra-wealthy are far more diverse and sophisticated than most people imagine. They don't just follow the market, they create their own. The key takeaways are diversification beyond the obvious, a focus on long-term value over short-term gains, and leveraging knowledge and connections to gain an unfair advantage. It's a masterclass in strategic wealth preservation and growth. While not all of these options are accessible to everyone, the principles of thinking long-term and diversifying wisely are universal. If you want more insights into how the richest people invest and grow their money, subscribe to Behind the Billions.